Hawaii, Happy New Year. We are back in the studio and today we have Kapu Gaison, who is the race director, the founder of Hawaii's Makahiki Challenge. So welcome, Kapu.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome home, I would say. So let's just get right into it. So what is Makahiki Challenge?
Makahiki Challenge is Hawaii's first 5K obstacle race. It started 10 years ago, 2012, and it's a race that takes everyone through the valley of Kualoa, Ka'ava Valley, and we go through a bunch of obstacles. It finishes in a beer garden, sponsored by Kona Brewing Company, and we have live music and beer.
Wow. So you've been at this for 10 years.
10 years,
And because you don't live here right now, I mean, born and raised in
Kaneohe.
What gave you like that spark to even want to start Makahiki Challenge?
Well, I think I just wanted to do something active, and I saw that this obstacle race industry was growing in the mainland, and I wanted to be a part of it here because, you know, the best part about this place is the people and the environment. So I figured bringing an obstacle race here would just make it even better.
And why at Kualoa?
Well, Kualoa is known for being a historic spot for ancient Makahiki, and it's also a very beautiful place. So I tried reaching out to the ranch, and it took a little while, but when they allowed us to do it there, we were more than happy. Yeah.
And so with all the obstacles that you have on the course, I mean, I know this, we're actually cousins, backstory, but he puts a lot of hard work into the obstacle course and just the run in itself, but you actually design the obstacles. So what made you like think of what, normal people like me could do? Because you're like advanced. So how did you think of that?
Well, I like to compete in obstacle competitions. I've been competing for over 5 years now. But I think one of the things about obstacle course racing as an event is allowing people to complete the obstacles because they feel good about it. It boosts their confidence and helps them to continue to stay fit and go outside and run. So I try to, I guess, do things that I like to do, push it to the limit, and then scale it back a little bit to allow people to complete everything.
Okay, so being who you are, I actually saw you on American Ninja Warrior, and that's super cool. You were in LA when I was in LA, but how did that come about?
I kind of just fell into it. I had a bunch of family members tell me that they watched the show and that maybe I should try it, and I just kind of brushed it off my shoulder. But I was in LA for something and met somebody who had a gym and invited me over. So when I went, I had a great time and met a bunch of people that were competitors and became friends. So I just started that way. Just started becoming friends with them and training, and then eventually started competing.
And you had to audition and go through that whole thing?
Yeah. It's been 5 years now. I competed 2 years in a row, and then the last 3 years I've been a tester and working as part of the crew.
Oh wow, I didn't even know that you're working part of the crew.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's been really fun.
Yeah, so when people complete the whole obstacle course, well now it's also a 10K run too that you've included.
Yeah, we can talk about that too.
What can they expect at the end?
Okay, so I think this is what's the most iconic thing about Makahiki Challenge is that we have the best post-race celebration of any race I've ever been to. One, it's the epic scenic Ka'ava Valley. You see the Ohulihuli Peak in the back. And
you're all muddy, you're all dirty.
You just ran, you feel great after you just, completed something. And then Kona Brew's there, that's our main sponsor. They sponsor our Pa'ina, Kona Brewing Hawaii Kai. And we've had the best musicians in Hawaii there performing over the 10 years. I mean, we've had Brada Walta, we've had Kimie, we've had Kalohe Kai, we've had, there's a long list. And then this year is no different. We're going to have Liko Jordy and Jovi. So we're super pumped about it. And I think, the thing that sets us apart, that I enjoy the most about races is hanging out and staying afterwards.
The celebration after.
Yeah, celebrating with your friends, the people you just finished with, your family, the crew.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get to have a beer with you at some point. But yeah, just hanging out after the race is probably the most epic part.
Okay, so this is the 10th year that you've been doing Makahiki Challenge, and this is the last year. Am I right?
You're right.
What's next after this?
Well, I am, so I live in Oregon, and I started another event company called Earthlete, like athlete but earthlete, and we do adventure races. We have had our first race at Kualoa in 2021, and we'll have our second one in 2022. But I am also working on another event to celebrate the Makahiki in a more traditional sense. And I'm going to take a few years off to put together some partners and come back with something more epic.
And so when is the race?
This race is Saturday, February 5th.
And how can you sign up? You can still sign up.
You can still sign up. Well, you would have to come to the race on race day. We have a 10K at 7 a.m. It's a trail run with no obstacles. So if you wanted to do that, you just come to Kualoa at about 6 o'clock when we open the gates. And then we have a 5K obstacle race. The only open heat would be at 10 o'clock. So you can come about 9 o'clock.
So where can we keep up with the things coming up for you? Makahiki Challenge, Earthlete, etc.
You can find us on Instagram or Facebook at Makahiki Challenge. And then for Earthlete, it's earthletemovement.com and Earthlete on Facebook.
Alrighty, well get ready Hawaii because February 5th is the 10th Makahiki Challenge. If you haven't signed up, head on down to Kualoa, sign yourself up, bring your family and friends, and get ready for a muddy, fun ride.
Yeah, have some beers with us. We'll have a good time.
Yep.